Good morning, I hope you had a lovely weekend. We're starting your Monday now with a look at all the stories making the headlines on Good Morning Britain.
Good morning, Britain. 9 children among 19 dead in New York City's worst fire disaster in 30 years.
This is a horrific, painful moment for the city of New York. The numbers are horrific.
We're live at the scene throughout this morning and we'll be speaking to one of the fire's survivors just after 7 o'clock.
Djokovic's decision due as judge appears to sympathise with the tennis star.
Yeah, the judge hearing Novak's case has raised concerns about his treatment and also has asked the question what more the world number one could have done to comply with Australian entry requirements. A verdict is expected soon.
Well, in the next hour, we're going to be hearing from former British number one, Greg Rajecki. And after 8, we're going to be joined live by tennis legend Martina Navratilova.
Also this morning, we're meeting the mum risking jail for keeping her daughter off school for almost 2 years over fears she could catch COVID. That's just after 7.
Oh my God. I didn't know you were in. You're eating ham, Pam. Oh, thank God you came in. I crumbled.
Yeah, we'll be asking Gavin and Stacey star Alison Steadman if there's any chance, any truth in the rumours that the series will return, and we'll be chatting to her about her new thriller. It's called Rules of the Game.
A cloudy start to the day with outbreaks of rain and drizzle moving in. The outlook is largely settled. All the details of that and more coming up on Good Morning Britain.
Monday, 10th of January 2022. Live from Television Centre in London. This is Good Morning Britain with Susanna Reid and Richard Madeley.
Yes, Good Morning Britain. It's just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme.
Welcome back to the programme.
Very nice to come back.
I don't think we've seen you since you emerged from the I'm a Celebrity castle.
Yeah, I came here, didn't I? The morning after I left.
Yes.
I was sort of bounced out by COVID,
It feels
really.
like 100 years ago,
It feels like another age,
Yes.
doesn't it? And to be honest with you, thinking about that woman who's keeping her kids off school, I wondered if I'd be back, actually, because I got COVID like you did, but a bit later than you. You got it before Christmas, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, I got it. We got it on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day?
On Christmas Day.
Happy
so no
Christmas.
Christmas din-dins. But we were in America, and that meant that we couldn't fly home when we wanted to.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long it took you to get a clear result, but it took us over a week. And I was beginning to think I wouldn't be able to come back on Friday, and you know, you'd be doing this with somebody else today. But we tested clear on Wednesday and Thursday, and here we are. And how did you, I didn't find the new variant. Just speaking totally subjectively, it wasn't that bad.
The latest, the Christmas variant.
The Christmas variant.
Yeah,
I'm
it
sure
was
there'll be
quite
more.
kind to us,
It was
wasn't
kind
it?
of like sinusitis, you know, a bit of a
Right.
sore throat, a bit of a cough, and
It was all up here.
top end, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Nothing went down
yes.
there.
Yeah, that's right.
But do you feel psychologically, this sounds a bit weird, do you feel relieved that you've had it now? That you've sort of, you've been triple jabbed, you've had the bug?
Yeah, I do. Do you know what I feel, Richard? I feel like how many doses, how many vaccines do we need now? Because now we've each had 3 vaccine doses and a dose of COVID.
Yep.
Does that mean we are now protected?
Well,
if
in
only we
America-
had a doctor in the house to tell us. Dr. Hillary will be here a little bit
he's not
later
here
on.
yet. No, in
to give
America-
us a full personalised diagnosis.
They're beginning to say that we shouldn't be getting any more booster jabs. We should now just live with it and learn to live with the infection.
So living with COVID was a phrase that was sort of anathema 2 years ago, wasn't it?
But now
and
it's...
now, because of the success of the vaccination programme,
Yep.
it does feel like that is a phrase that is being rolled out, repeated. We heard the Health Secretary say it, we've heard the Prime Minister say it. It is probably something that we're moving towards.
I sense we're looking in the rearview mirror of this now, almost. It's almost moving behind us. That's my sense, anyway.
Although I can imagine that there are NHS staff who are screaming right now saying you have no idea how much pressure we're under in hospitals.
Yes,
And
although
obviously
hospitalisations are much lower now than they were this time last year.
It's more about staff absences.
Exactly
now,
right. Was
isn't
it 1 in 4?
Yes, in some hospitals,
Yeah.
So that's definitely an issue. We will talk to Dr. Hillary about that a little bit later on, but we have dreadful news coming out of New York this morning. 9 children among 19 people killed at an apartment block in the city. It's the worst fire there in the city for more than 30 years.
It's a dreadful story, this. I'm sorry to bring it to you at this time. Dozens more are being treated in hospital as we speak. The firefighters are telling media that the smoke was, in their experience, completely unprecedented. They've never fought a fire like this. And they have found victims on every single floor of this 19-storey building. Our North America correspondent, Noel Phillips, is at the scene. He's there in the Bronx. Noel, the authorities are saying this morning that the fire was caused by a faulty heater.